This is Rooney207. Welcome back. For today's episode, I wanted to talk about what to do in case you missed the great Splinterlands land rush. And good news is, or bad news, depending on how you look at my situation, I'm actually in that particular scenario right now. I do not have any land, I have zero land. So I put a little bit of thought into my strategy and what I'm going to do. My approach to potentially get a piece of the land rush somehow, and it's it's a little bit like the California gold rush. So the sometimes the people that make the money are the ones that sell the pixels or the picks, the axe, and the shovels, and the things those items to kind of to support the actual miners. So the in this particular piece, number one, I saw Netflix Gunther show. So my goal is to find a big, strong Shiba that has those doggy coins, or AKA Doge coins, and to try to work with that particular Shiba potentially. So that's one. The second item is I have 7 Roonies that I could potentially. They're unemployed at the moment. They're kind of lazy, and they have a particular preference for working on land versus actual the arena piece. So I'm looking to partner with someone on that particular area where I can lend them, and perhaps we can do some kind of sharing program and that from that perspective. So that's number two. Number three, I have a bunch of rental cards that's about 1.1 million PP, and they're probably tired of the arena battles and working the various guilds and tournaments. So they're looking for something new. Perhaps land could be a potential home for them, at least for a while. They can try it out. They can put them to work there and see if they're interested in mining SPS or grain or something, magical cards and things like that, spells. So that would be a consideration. The fourth item, my strategy is to think about right now. What I'm doing is I'm buying cards, and I'm also buying SPS on a weekly basis, and I'm using cards combinations to either up my current card set to the league that I'm at to max it out, or to buy SPS to stake. And as both or one of the items appreciate more than the others over time, I can actually take the difference, and as the price of land potentially adjust, I could use that difference, the appreciation of either one or both combination, and buy the particular land item, land plot that I'm looking for. So that's my fourth strategy. The fifth strategy is to essentially buy land flat out, either when the price is right. This is kind of applying the the value approach, is to look and wait and be patient to see if there's land that's actually of value that would meet my criteria, and then I would just buy it. So to a number of areas, either using fiat or using the current in-game assets that I have, and just flat out buy the land. So those are the uh, the five strategy that I have, since I do not currently have any land. And I'm interested to kind of get your thoughts, those who do not have land and who are not part of the lucky ones that have benefited from the current land rush. Let me know your thoughts and what you're doing and what's your strategy. Are you planning to ignore land completely? Are you planning to eventually participate in land? Do you have an idea what you think is the ideal price point that works for you? Are you planning to instead, like, buy cards and other assets that are actually support the LAN ecosystem, but not to be directly involved. So you can be in a partnership. You can, or you're just gonna say, screw it. I'm just gonna focus on the cards, the arena. That you're just gonna play the guild battles, and you're you're just not gonna work the LAN. And I think it's also good news too. If you're not planning to employ any of my five strategy, the other piece is I believe Aggie has mentioned in prior town halls and in the Mav chat posting is that there will eventually a PVE player versus environment type in the neutral LAN area. So it could be things like boss fight. So you can eventually partake in LAN and enjoy some of the components of LAN without actually having ownership in it or even participation in terms of contribution to the Secret of Pretoria, to any of the aspects of it, and just play the player versus environment using your current cards and summoners and what have you, depending on what it is, and just enjoy the game as is. Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for your time.